Guys, in this training, I'm going to be going through weekly caloric adherence and why one bad day won't derail your progress. It doesn't have to derail your progress, okay? So we're just looking at the weekly calorie balance here, and this could be very typical of what you might see with someone throughout the week, okay? So their total caloric intake for the day is we're aiming for a target of 2,100 calories, okay? Now, Monday to Friday, they work in an office or they're busy at work, busy with the kids, whatever it may be. So they under consume in a few days, whatever it may be. 1900, 1850, 2000, whatever we are throughout the week. Then on Saturday, we have a social event. Something happens here and we have 2,700 calories for the day. Then maybe through an awareness, they might go, geez, I need to pull back a wee bit. So then they go back to 1900 calories for the day. And of that weekly calorie target, they're actually under it. They're under it 1986. It works out to be the kind of average for the week. So this would be how you would. This would be a mature way to approach something like this. I'm on plan, on plan, on plan, on plan. Something happens, I get straight back on plan. I return back to plan as quickly as possible. I don't beat myself up about it. I don't drag myself over hot coals about it and guilt trip myself and I should be better. And what is the point in wasting energy on past tense? You can't affect anything. It is done. It is gone. Just forget about it. Learn a lesson and move on. That's all you can do. All right. That's all it pays to do. Now the other side of this coin, when you think about when you speak to people, even if you're speaking amongst your friends and family, how many people do you hear talking about the all or nothing cycle? Everybody does it to some extent. Everybody has, or everybody has experienced it in some regard. Okay, so what would an all or nothing cycle be? I'm on plan. I'm on plan. I'm on plan. I'm on plan. I've fucked it here. This wouldn't be 1900. This maybe would be 3,000, 3,500, and then it might go into the next Monday, Tuesday. I miss the gym. You know what I mean? Like that's the subsequent decisions are seriously impacted at the back end because of that. And you've thrown everything away. But the weekly balance is what matters. This is why the all or nothing thing just really makes no sense to me. Because if I have a couple of high days, then I just need to have a couple of low days to kind of balance it out. You know what I mean? Or I just have to return back to plan as quickly as possible. Like if this person's calories, 2,000 calories is maintenance, they're still under maintenance for the week. Do you know what I mean? Or 2,100 is maintenance, they're still under maintenance for the week. Like it's very easy to pull things back. And even in this one-off extreme caloric surplus, okay, that's 600 calories over your budget for the day, okay. So let's just say that 600 calorie splurge is 600 calories over your maintenance calories, okay. So anything over your maintenance is going to be your potential to increase body fat. Let's just call everything after 2,100 body fat, which it isn't, but let's just call it that for the sake of this exercise. That would mean that I have gained 77 grams of body fat. You know how easy it is to lose 77 grams of body fat? Most people are on a caloric deficit are losing between 0.5 to 1% of their body weight per week in body fat. You know how quickly you can just blow that out of the water and don't even have to worry about it. Like, but so yet why do we get caught in this all or nothing cycle? And that was me saying that everything above 2,100 calories is body fat, but it isn't, because even the thermic effect of food would have an impact on that there. So not even like you'd be lucky if that was 50 grams of fat or 30 grams of fat. Now the scales are going to go up by maybe a kilo, maybe a kilo and a half, but it's not body fat. It can't be. It's simply the mathematics doesn't allow for it. So what could it be? It could be more glycogen, which more glycogen for every gram of glycogen you get 3 grams of water. Okay, so that's going to be water retention. Glycogen could be higher sodium. Water follows salt, so higher sodium content, higher water content as well. It could be more food in the digestive tract, actual more physical food in your gut, like more shit in your stomach, effectively, and your intestines. So there's a whole heap of other things. When you actually sit down and look at it, you go, "Oh my god! Like, why have I spent years beating myself up or overreacting in a way that just was not necessary at all?" So hopefully this has given you a good understanding of why we don't waste time like killing ourselves over, oh, I fell off track or this wasn't great or whatever, like it's not necessary, okay? If something like that happens, return back to base, return back to plan as soon as possible. If you were trying to balance it out, you could have a couple of lower days, shave 100 calories off a couple of days and the subsequent days after that. You know what I mean? Really, if you were worried, because imagine the splurge was here on the Sunday before. Imagine the 2700 was here. Then you went 1900, 1800, 2000, 1800, 1750, 1900 for the week. You came out at 19860. The effect is still the same. So you either bank calories beforehand, because this could have been done in a deliberate manner, or you can bank calories retrospectively. You know what I mean? You're trying to balance the books effectively, in a budgeting sense. So no need to overanalyze, to over exaggerate, or go into some crazy all or nothing cycle reaction to this. Because when you see it on paper, when you see it straight there in front of your face, you're like, geez, why did I spend so long? But because it's human behavior. It's not the mathematics or the actual thing itself. It wouldn't make sense why people react in that way, yet so many times we do. So hopefully, guys, that's given you a bit of an understanding that one bad day will never derail your progress.